Advantages and disadvantages of democracy. One of the merits or the advantage of democracy is that democracy establishes popular government. Democracy is consented by majority of the people, thus most popular form of government. This is because people participate in general election more so and vote for the leaders of their choice. So is the popular government which is legitimately elected by the people. Equity. Democracy establishes equity. That's why it's another advantage of democracy, since democracy recognizes all the equity of all members irrespective of their race, gender, and religion. So another advantage of democracy is that it recognizes the equity of all members of the society of state irrespective of their race, gender, and religion, therefore ensuring that there is stability in the society. Another advantage of democracy is enlightenment. It is moral and educative, since it makes people develop initiative and sense of responsibility. Another advantage of democracy is that it provides balanced liberty. Democracy balances liberty of citizens with the power of the state in general. So democracy ensures that liberty or the freedom and rights of citizens balances with those of states in general. So by bringing the liberty of people and those of state in equilibrium, hence ensuring stability in the state. Another merit of democracy is that democracy ensures there is political stability. Democracy enhances peace and harmony in the country, since people coexist together in harmony, since all people are treated as equal entity of the state. Also, another advantage of democracy is that it establishes legitimacy. Democracy establishes legitimate government which implements the popular will in the state. This is because the government of the day carrying the day is elected by people legitimately, and the majority takes over the government. Therefore, it implements popular will in the state, therefore ensuring that coup do not occur in the state. Though we have some of the advantage of democracy, democracy is also faced by some of its disadvantages as a system, though many scholars tend to ignore the disadvantages of democracy, or those who advocate for democracy most of the time fail to recognize some of the disadvantages of democracy. One of the demerits of democracy is that democracy provides the tyranny of majority. Democracy promotes dictatorship due to rules that provide that majority rule demeaning the minority. This is because the majority takes over the government, and there is hierarchiness of the majority ignoring the minority who did not put them in office, therefore promoting dictatorship which undermines the minority or the marginalized. Another demerit or a disadvantage of democracy is democracy encourages corruptions. This is because democracy encourages corruption, since the rich influence the poor to vote toward their favor. More so in African states, leaders use a lot of hard campaigning in order to entice voters to vote for them. So if you are poor and you have ethic and you are able and you fulfill the integrity clause, you are not bankrupt, you cannot be voted in without money. Tedious activity. This is another disadvantage of democracy. Democracy is more often and time-consuming to exercise the democratic exercise, more so through election. So it is a tedious process to make an election, create an election body, observe the election, which is so cumbersome to the state. So that's when is another disadvantage of democracy. Incompetent leaders is another disadvantage or demerit of democracy. Democracy sometimes leads to voting of incompetent leaders, since some voters are biased in implementing their mandate. Also, another demerit of democracy is moral question. In most cases, those elected in office lack moral values or they are amorous or do not fulfill the integrity clause in the Constitution. You should note that most people across the world who advocate for merit of a democracy or who advocate for democracy, preaching is good gospel. Ignore the disadvantageous aspect of democracy, therefore making people to believe that the democracy is the new heaven, though democracy is faced by some of disadvantages which must be dealt with when implementing the democracy clause. Thank you for watching. Kindly don't forget to smash the red button so that you not miss out any of my future content like this. Thank you.